Hey guys, it's Marissa at kitchentablestamper.com. Today I've got this cute window box for you. It's one of the last, maybe the last 14 Days of Love bonus content tutorial. Now I do have one more project for you and I'm really hoping that I can get it either Saturday or Monday. But today we're gonna make this window box. You might have seen this window box last week, the Rain and Shine. These are the same box, done in some different products. They're also the same box that you will find in Valentine's version in the 14 Days of Love PDF tutorial. Now the 14 Days of Love is available for 14 days. It's 15 awesome crafty ideas to wow your friends and family and get you stamping now. And what we're doing is throughout the 14 days that it's available, the PDF is available for purchase, we are doing bonus content. So this is a bonus product or content for the awesome window treat box that is on page, let me tell you, because you're going to print this tutorial and add it to your 14 Days of Love tutorial bundle. All right, hold on, almost there. All right, this is the owl treat box that you will find, adorable owl window treat box that you'll find on page 33 of your tutorial. Now on the blog, you can grab the project sheet for the bonus content. And once you print your PDF of your 14 Days of Love tutorial, then print the bonus content. They were sent out to you in emails. They were sent out to you throughout the blog and social media this week. Grab your bonus content, add it to, because what that's going to do is take this from Valentine's Day way beyond. All right. So this was our bonus tutorial from Thursday. Let's see here. This was from Friday. This was from last Tuesday's email. If you're not an email subscriber, you're missing great content. Go to kitchentablestamper.com/email and get on our list. And this is from Tuesday, this week's content. All right, so that's our bonus content so far. Make sure you're collecting all those extra tutorials if you've got the 14 Days of Love bundle. And if you don't, why not? I promise you, you will love this tutorial and you will be crafting for far more than just for Valentine's Day. All right, so look at all this content or all these awesome projects that I've made using the tutorials in the 14 Days of Love. If you go to kitchentablestamper.com/shop, you will find the 14 Days of Love. It's the first product that's listed in the store. All right, so let's get started with our window treat box here. I'm showing you today some brand new products. This is the Irresistible Blooms bundle. It is available right now for demonstrators only, along with the Irresistible Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper. These are pre-order items that you can either get if you're a demonstrator or if you purchase the Stampin' Up starter kit. So 6x6 paper, 12 designs, 48 sheets, and if you wanted to add these products that I'm showing you to a starter kit today, you can get them. And the starter kits are $99 for $175 of product, or $129 for $175 in product and a mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Celebration is an amazing time to join, and you can get these Irresistible Blooms, Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper. Let me show you the Irresistible Blooms dies have these crazy, like I said on live today, that it looks like a beaded curtain to me. It's like little strings, little nest, little strings with beads on it. I love it. And then of course the dies to cut the images. The fonts are great. And then we're also going to use today this like hexagon star pattern embossing folder. This is a 3-pack from Stampin' Up. It's called the Basics 3D Embossing Folders, and these are available right now for demonstrators too. All right, so we've got our window box and the base. Now, if you saw Thursdays, then you might know. If not, then go and check back and check out the Rain or Shine window treat box. It's really adorable too. The template will be in the printable project sheet at kitchentablestamper.com. The link is below the video. We're going to start with a piece of Sahara sand cardstock, and this is 9.5 by 6. This is the printable project sheet that you'll find on the blog. You can add it to your tutorial. It has all the measurements and supply lists and things like that that you'll need. Full color photos. Let's pop this into the Simply Scored tool on the 9.5 inch side. And we're going to score at 2.5, 3.5, 6, 7, and then we're going to rotate to the right, score at 1 on the 6 inch side, rotate 180 degrees and score at 1 inch again. Okay, let's work this with a bone folder and then trim it according to our template photo. This box is 2.5 inches on this side, 2.5 inches on this side. So it doesn't matter which side you start from, but you want to turn it so that it's in the portrait mode and cut along the score line until you hit the second intersecting score. Cut off the big rectangle, and then we're going to bevel this edge. This is the tuck tab, and that'll make it easier for everything to tuck. We're going to do the same thing on the other side here. And then we're going to cut these square tabs at the bottom. So we're going to angle on the square, straight on the rectangle, and then we're going to repeat. Angle on the square and straight on the rectangle. And we're going to flip and repeat. Let's cut our window next, and let's round the corners. You can round the corners if you like, or you could cut a little clip corner. I'm using my We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper. Love that thing. And for my window, I'm using the label die. It's a little bracketed label from the All That dies collection from Stampin' Up. That was the one with the masculine suite from last season. All right, let's get our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in here, and we're going to set up for die cutting. Going to put, this is your flap side. That's going to hang out the back of your machine. You want the front of your box, and you're going to set this in the center, centered right to left, just a little bit high of center, top to bottom. This is the top. You want this a little bit more narrow so you can fit your Velcro down at the bottom of here. And got a little piece of low tack tape that I made even lower tack by touching it to my sleeve a couple of times, because we want to keep both the box with the window cut out of it and this little label piece that is the window. All right, so I'll crank that back and forth, and I'm gonna pop this out of here. There's our window, and there's our thank you label. Slide this out for a minute. We'll bring it back soon. And we're going to assemble our box. I'm going to grab some tear and tape for this. That is my adhesive of choice for this box. The first thing we want to do is turn it to the inside, and we're going to assemble the window. So I'm going to put my adhesive right along as close to the edge as I can get. And then I'm going to make sure that your adhesive doesn't show from the other side. Got some window sheet here. And this is 2 or 2 1/4 by 3.5. We're going to lift that. Add just a bit on the short edges of the window sheet. And then we will have a window box where we can add loose treats and they won't fall out. That's kind of the nice part about this. You can take little wrapped candies. In my box today, I've got some Valentine chocolate hearts, and the window allows you a peek at them, but they all stay in there behind that window sheet. All right, now we're at the inside of the box, and we want to stay there. We're going to add tear and tape adhesive on this long rectangle and on the square tab on the same side. And I'm going to show you how we're going to get this box put together. Let's remove the liner. I'm going to remove all my liners at once. Now we don't want the little glue tab to show on the inside of our box. So we're going to fold to the back, rectangle tabs forward, lift up and make a nice square bottom with the small tab. And then we're going to wrap the long rectangle from the front to the back, burnish that down, and now look inside. There is no tab here to be seen through the window. Same thing with this side. And there's our sweet box. I love this. Now before we put it together or fill it up, let's stamp a little bit of detail on it. I love this spatter stamp from the Irresistible Blooms stamp set. So we're going to put our box so that it's open and flat on our scratch paper. Got Pretty Peacock ink. Have you heard? Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon are coming back. We don't have all the details. Stampin' Up's not sharing that much with us, but they did share that these colors are making their return for maybe a limited time. I don't know. But they're colors that are heavily featured in the Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper and will be available soon. There's more details coming in March, and so once I know, I'll share with you. But I pulled out my Pretty Peacock stamping pad because we've got these new Designer Series papers with that color in. All right, let me pull in my Stamparatus here real quick. We'll fill the box and close it in just a second, but since I've got my ink pad, let me show you what I got going on here. So I took a label and cut it out of a scrap. I use that on a card that I'm going to show you next week. Now I'm going to take my label that we just took out for the window and I'm going to pop that in. You'll see I've got a little washi tape stuck right there on the grid paper. Now I'm going to ink Thank You with Pretty Peacock stamp. And Sahara Sand isn't as smooth as Basic White. So we're getting kind of a felty, kind of a hazy look. So we can ink again, we can stamp again. We're just using light pressure. We don't want to smash the ink into the cardstock and press the stamp so that the lines get wider. We just want to keep adding a little bit of ink at a time with some light pressure until we get a greeting that is as solid as we would like it. And I think I'm pretty happy with that. And there is our Pretty Peacock Thank You on Sahara Sand. I'm going to put this aside, I'll clean it up later. We're done with Pretty Peacock, so let's get that and bring our box back in here. Now, I've got these fudge hearts. These are Palmer, soft and creamy fudge in a rich chocolatey shell. They're little hearts that are available from my Dollar Tree right now. And they've got these in all different colors. There's purple ones and red with white hearts, and there's just so many to choose from right now. You can fit 6 of these hearts in this box, so you'll get from that 4.5 ounce bag that I got there, I can get about 2.5 boxes filled, and they're just really so pretty peeking out from the window. So we're gonna pop those in. Don't they look great? Let's get some Velcro. I always put the link to this product on Amazon in the description. I buy these 56 circles, Velcro brand, and I get 6 of these packs at a time on Amazon. And so I kind of buy them in bulk, get a good price, and then I can use them all I want and not feel bad. So if you're looking for the source that I use for that, check the description box below. All right, we're going to check our Velcro. We've got them paired, and we want the clear side on the window side, because that's what people are going to see first. And we want them to see the window with the pretty candies in it and not first thing they see is the Velcro dot. So the fuzzy side is white, where the crunchy hook side is clear. So we want the white up, the clear down. And then we're going to close our box, pick up the Velcro dot, lift, and you'll see when I lift, this one's clear, this one's white, and the white one kind of goes away with the distraction of opening, and this stays nice and clear. All right, there's our treat box. Ha! How do you like that? Let's get it decorated. I've got Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper. And I changed up my patterns just a little bit here because of another project I'll show you next week. But these are some scraps left from, we're gonna do a game in a couple of weeks in the craft social called Fun with Parts and Pieces. And I decided that after the excitement of this week, that I would do Fun with Parts and Pieces with this pre-order stuff instead of with Celebration Designer Series paper. And so we've got a challenge coming in the craft social. These are my scraps, which make this treat box match my Fun with Parts and Pieces cards perfectly. So look out for the two different projects because they really are very complementary. All right, we're just gonna get those guys a little up, little down, little toggled, and I keep putting them just a little bit to the right. I think it helps to show some of that first Designer Series paper under the flower. So placement is key. Slide that to the side and get our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine one more time. I've got a piece of soft seafoam cardstock. It is 1 by 3 3/4. I've got my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine with the #1 platform and this gorgeous new star pattern from the 3D Basics Embossing folder collection. It's 3 folders. You get all 3. I wish I could use them all. All 3 folders on one project might be kind of busy though. So I'll just have to make multiple projects and show you. We're gonna give some texture to that element and wait till you see this. So this is embossed. Isn't that gorgeous? And then debossed. So the stars are pressed in on this side, which will give you a great effect. And the stars are bumped out on this side. Just really beautiful detail, kind of intricate details from this folder. Slide that in. We're gonna need that Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine one more time, but I'm gonna glue this down first. A little bit low of center. Let that dry for a second while we cut the flowers. Now the Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper, I showed you those patterns. They are made to coordinate with the Irresistible Blooms dies. So we're gonna pop our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in here and set up for die cutting. And we're going to die cut these right out of the paper with all their gorgeous detail. Talk about fast and easy cards and treats. Of course, with the Irresistible Blooms stamps and dies, you can make all kinds of these flowers. You'll never run out, but it sure is nice to have several patterns in the Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper that you can just pop the dies right on, cut them out, and be ready to go. Gorgeous, right? Bringing in our sample and our bits. Let me grab my dimensionals. I'm going to put a dimensional on the center of the label, the center of the flower, and on the low end of the leaves. I like to do just that little bit of dimensional so we can pop the label on. Get it nice and level. Right of center and leave room for the flower. Then we can slide the flower in, and there's no dimensional adhesive in our way. So we can slide it, turn it, tuck it, get it the way we want it. And then we can bring in the leaf, Tuck that in, get it the way we want it. I think my label's a little bit high. I didn't press down that one little dimensional, so I can adjust a bit. Twist these leaves. Bring this flower down just a bit. And then once I've got the placement that I like, kind of dry fit, I can tap it down and then lift and tuck some more adhesive to secure, but it's not in the way of adding our flowers and leaves. All right, let's add another. I'm gonna put another dimensional right behind the flower here. Time to embellish. I decided that the perfect thing to go with this Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper was this Simply Elegant trim. Now, Simply Elegant trim is a 2-pack. You get silver and gold cord in one single pack. I opted for the silver. And we're going to tie a little bow, trim that from the spool. Then what I like to do is grab my glue dots and fold one over and pick it up on the piercing end of the Take Your Pick tool. I'll put my bow, the knot right on that glue dot, take my twine, lift my label, tuck the knot right under the edge of the label, hold, pull the tool out, and now my bow is securely tucked underneath the label. Let's see if we can get these these wily ends to cooperate with us. Maybe not, but that's okay. That's part of the fun, is the wispy silver ends. Last touch. You're gonna love these. This is the loose frosted dots. They're so pretty. Daffodil Delight, Pretty Peacock, and Flirty Flamingo. 3 colors, 3 sizes. What I'm gonna do is add a dot of glue where I want my gem to go. You can lay out your little gems first so that you know where you want them. But now this is the 3rd or 4th time I'm making this box, so I know exactly where I want my gems to go. And there's 3 sizes. I want the medium one. So I'm just gonna find that in my mix. And then I'm going to take the point of my scissors, or you can take your pick tool apart and grab the end, the piercing end, but we're going to use the tip of either the piercing end or the scissors to just release the gem from the putty into the glue. Now we're going to do the same thing up here, add 2 little dots this time, and I'm going to do the biggest Flirty Flamingo, and we've got it in the glue. Let's release the putty. Beautiful. Now we need one of those little itty bitty. Oh, there we go. The little itty bitty ones are so cute. Trying to get away from me. All right, got it. Come here, you little itty bitty. Right in the glue. Holds it in the glue. Just make sure it stays put. All right, what do you think? Flirty Flamingo or Pretty Peacock? Thanks for watching, you guys. If you've got any questions about joining the kitchenettes and my Stampin' Up team during celebration to get any of these awesome products in your starter kit, if there's anything I can help you with about the project, please email me, marisa@kitchentablestamper.com. And to shop Stampin' Up 24/7 or to join, buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Don't forget to get your 14 Days of Love tutorial for these amazing ideas and so much more. This tutorial is available for just 4 more days. kitchentablestamper.com/shop. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.